Sorry.
Yes.
You tell me when.
Start.
Eres mi Rama, eres mi Krishna, oh amante maestro Sadguru. ¿Por qué preocuparme cuando estás conmigo, oh amoroso maestro Sadguru? Eres mi Rama, tu presencia está en mi alma, tu existencia en el mundo entero, tu gloria en los libros sagrados, tu gracia en tus miradas amorosas, tu omnipresente Sadguru. Tú lo sabes todo, Sadguru. Tu amor es mi sadhana, tu servicio es aradhana. Presenciando es la única base que me trae la conciencia. Oh Sachidananda Sadguru, nuestro Padre amoroso Sadguru. Tu bendición es el amor divino, tu corazón como el amor de madre, liberación es tu misericordia, me haces Atmadarshi. Tu mi misericordioso Sadguru, tu omnipresente Sadguru, eres mi Rama.
Om Brahmanandam Paramasukadam Kevalam Jnanamurtim Dvandatitam Triguna-rahitam Tatsamasya-adilaksham Ekam nityam vimalamachalam Sarvadhi sakshi-hutam Bhavatitam Gagana-sadrisham Sadgurum tam namami. Today we are taking the 10th verse of Srimad Bhagavad Gita. This verse is the description of Sanjaya to the Dhritarashtra, and this is important verse because the meditation of the Sakshi gives a divine eyes to the person, and by this divine eyes the person can see exactly correct inside. So Tamuvacha Rasikeshaha Prahasanniva Bharata Senayorubhayormadhye Vishidantamidam vacha. Tama uvacha Rishikesha Prahasan iva Bharata Senayoh ubhayoh madhye Vishidantam idam vacha. After this, Bharata, hey Bharat Vanshi Dhritarashtra, Rishikesha, the heartly and heart-living internal existence Sachidananda Paramatma Sri Krishna says, Sri Krishna, Ubhayo, both, Senayo, armies, Madhye, in between, Vishidantam, the sorrowful, Tam, that Arjun, Prahasan Eva, with the smiling, idam, this vacha, teachings, uvacha, told. When the Sanjay said to the Dhritarashtra, King Dhritarashtra, because he is doing commentary of the battle, Sanjay said, then my dear King Dhritarashtra, that internal presence, existence, Almighty, the master of the uncountable billions galaxies and millions of uncountable universes, that master came on the earth in the form of Sadguru Krishna. And every Sadguru is the representative of this existence. So that existence is smiling in front of the Arjuna and standing between the two armies. And he said, he told some teachings in front of the sorrowful Arjuna. My dear friend, Sanjay is telling to the Dhritarashtra, Sanjay is your Sakshi. Sanjay is in your inside seer. Sanjay is impartial witness. He never involved in any activity, but he see inside. If you can stand in the Sanjay, then you can do this Sakshi meditation of awareness. The both armies is your goodness and badness. He never hate to the badness and he never attached to the goodness. He is the seer and watcher of good and bad, and God is not good, God is not bad. God is only truth. God only truth. Because this all mesmerism of the Maya, sometime he become good, sometime he become bad, but your ultimate presence inside, and that is the not good, that is not bad, that is immortal presence every time, everywhere, omnipresent and omnipotent. This omnipresency, this omnipotency, you can know only by the help of this Sanjay. So some great persons say the Sanjay is the divine eyes. So the Sakshi is the method to open your divine eyes. And the divine eyes is impartial, and impartial is the God. Because if the God will be the partial, so no any bad person can alive on the earth, because God can say, I will not give the breath to the bad person. I will give only breath to the good person. I will not give the shelter and space to the bad person. So, the Maya like a clay. You can make anything by the clay. You can make by the clay God, or you can make the clay by the clay rascal. So Maya make everything in this world. He make something good and he make something bad. He make day, he make night. He make light, he make dark. So the God is not light, God is not dark. God is not different type of shape and size. God has no shape, God has no size. He is presence everywhere, because the God is never comes in the knowing of your sensory organs. God cannot come in the limit of your three bodies, physical, micro and causal body. God is not comes by your any type of characteristics, by your any habit and habitat. God is the space of the space, because you cannot cut the space by any arm. You cannot limit it by the space by anything. You cannot catch the space by any instrument. So, because the God is the microest than space. So my dear friend, you can only then know this God by the silence of the meditation. And that silence of the meditation is the Sanjay in this stanza. My dear friend, the ignorance of God, the ignorance our immortality and the presence inside our nectar which is coming from directly by the Almighty's grace, that ignorance is called ajnana. Ignorance is called dark. This ignorance is called ego. This ignorance is called lovelessness. This ignorance is called phantasm. And when a person is living in phantasm, in ego, he living in every negativity and he living in every evil things. Because the ego is the root of all evils. He can live in the lust, he can live in the anger, he can live in the jealous, he can live in the unnecessary enmity. That's why you see, when you start some good work, some person unnecessarily oppose you, unnecessarily oppose. Because why they oppose? They want satisfaction of their anger. And truth cannot satisfy any type of anger, because truth is the beyond of anger. Light cannot satisfy the dark, because light is the beyond of the dark. Once upon a time, there was a big complaint comes from the dark. Dark said to the God, my dear God, I am complaining that the sun is very cruel for me. He is destroying my appearance everywhere, every time. So the God says to the dark, call the sun and stand here with me, and I want to take the clarification from the sun why he is going to puzzle you. So dark say, no, God, do not call the sun. If sun will come, I will not stand here. So God said, that is not fault of sun, that is fault of you. Because the ego is a dark. When the ego stand, love cannot stand there. Because love is light. When the love comes, ego must go. Because love and ego cannot stand the same time and same place. As the dark and light cannot stand in the same place and same time. My dear friend, this Dhritarashtra is a dark. And the Dhritarashtra is completely in the vision of the divine eye of the meditation. But without that divine eye of the meditation, everything is dark. Because if you are sleeping in the night and seeing the different type of the dreams, that dreams will be. Maybe the dreams are the daydreams. Maybe the dreams has a big light. Maybe the dreams is a big musical instrumental programs. But when you awake, you will see nothing will be remaining of the dream in the awakenness. So, this ego is a dark illusion or a dream of arrogance. The arrogancy of the person is completely hypothetical and imaginary, like a dream. That's why. And don't worry. A person is living in the ego, that person will sure and certainly oppose your enlightenment and your good work for humanity. But when the sedation, when the mesmerism of the ego will be loose, will be shallow, will be reduced, then he or she will surely regret that she was in wrong place. He was doing a wrong opposition of a right person. So we want to make all the world a great seer by the Sakshi meditation of awareness, as in this stanza, the Sanjay. So, when a person will awoke inside, then he can clear cut see which is wrong and which is right, what is the dark and what is the light. When a person can easily identify everything as it is, so he can detach his consciousness from the sleepiness of the ego and sleepiness of the arrogancy and sleepiness of the sensory hunger in stimulations like dreams. So in stanza, Dhritarashtra is listening the voice of the Sanjaya, and the ego never can see the light of the love of God. Ego always see the dark. Ego like a owl, ego like a wet. Ego is the night living inside presence of madness. So my dear friend, the seeker do not care the worldly, egoistic arrogancy or selfishness of this world. The seeker always care awareness. Seeker always make the journey towards the freedom, the total freedom of consciousness can only come by the meditation of awareness. I want to repeat. The total freedom of the consciousness can only comes by the meditation of awareness, because unaware person is like a sleepy person. An unaware person, how can be free? Because he is sleepy, he is like a dead person. He do not know about inside life. The light of the life is the light of the existence. The knowing of the life is the knowing of the God. The knowing of the life is the knowing of complete peak of awareness and consciousness. So, this total freedom can become only by the Sakshi meditation of awareness. My dear friend, this stanza is also pushing you, giving you the teaching and opening your eyes, because this is the 5,500 years old stanza, and the Geeta is the extract of all the divine and supreme knowledge of liberation, which can you found in the Upanishads or the Vedas and the ancient millions years ago teachings of the God existence in different form of the masters and gurus. So my dear friend, the Arjun was a great seeker. Arjun was a great disciple of Krishna. And when a disciple and when a seeker comes in the stage of the highest welfare of awareness, the awareness is the highest welfare. So he has feel a blossom flower of love with the master, and this blossom flower is the attention, attentiveness, awareness and desire of knowing himself. This seeking, who are you? Are you a mortal body? Are you a flesh, bone, blood? Are you the unnecessary, unprincipled and meaningless thoughts? No. Are you a fake intellect which is flowing towards the world and making different type conspiracies? I think you are not this. Are you the ever changing mood like a leaf of the tree which is moving in the wind? No. So, what are you? And when a person think who I am, and he search inside what is the mortal inside and what is the immortal inside, and that is the flower of the seeking inside of the disciple, and this flower of the seeking inside of disciple, that the fruitification in this flower, the master send his pollen grain of enlightenment directives and the directions. So my dear friend, the meditation of awareness Sakshi is start by the seed of the master. And the mechanism is that the same as you see in the pollen grains comes on the flower, and the pollen grain make a tube, pollen tube, and in the flower there is a ovary, and in ovary and there is a granule, which granule touch to the pollen grains, and pollen grains dissolve in the granule, and that will become a fertilization, and the fruits comes. So the meditation is a pollen grain, and you are a female granule. When the master's meditation pollen grain and direction and directives comes inside of you, and you welcome that supreme divine wisdom and spirituality, and you adopt inside as that flower is adopting inside that pollen grains, that your life become a very, very sweet, very, very aromatic and very, very healthy fruit. Otherwise, that flower will be dry and become like a spine, hard like a spine. That's why the many old person in this world, they are converted into the spine because their flower is not touched with any master's teaching. You see in the family, the old person, they are shouting on the children, they are shouting on their family members, and they are doing the bad parenting because this bad parenting is coming. They have no master, they have no pollen grain teaching of the master. So my dear friend, that is the great moment in the life when you feel the curiosity to know yourself, because the life not an only the life, but life is the gift of the God. Life is not only the gift of the God, but life is the presence of the God. The life is the nectar which is putting inside of you, in your mortal body, a immortal granule of the universal love and awareness. My dear friend, this spiritual practice starts from the meditation. This spiritual practice is a gift of the pollen grains of Sadguru. This meditation practice is the merciful care and love of Sadguru. So, my dear friend, if the Sadguru will meet you in your life, always welcome the Sadguru in your heart. Otherwise, your flower will be decomposed or decay or dry. You will not convert like a last destination or fructification. My dear friend, everybody in this world comes by the mother and the father, but Sadguru is my mother and Sadguru is my father, because Sadguru transformed me. Sometime he become my mother and sometime he become my father. So the grace and love of the Sadguru, the both are very important in the seeker's life. When Sadguru grace on you, then Sadguru become your father. Then Sadguru grace on you, love with you, that Sadguru become your mother. Mother is love and father is grace. So the God is grace, and seeker accept his grace and love inside. My dear friend, great persons only can be seekers. I am very, very thankful in this planet. All the seekers, they are seeking the God inside and they are searching the Master. And I am the assistant of these type of seekers here. So my dear friend, this all world is the expansion of the illusion and mesmerism of the Maya. And this world is the negative hypnotism of the Maya. It brings a dream by dream, and finish your life without reaching anywhere. The world, the Maya makes hunger of the different type of the desires and different types of the burning inside. The fire cannot satisfy by the fuel. If you put any fuel in the fire will grow, that will not reduce. So this world put the fuels inside of you, and the fire of desires burn again and again. On this type of burning always give you the pain and sorrow and insatisfaction. But in this insatisfaction and in this burning, only and only the Sadguru is savior and caretaker of your soul. And your breaking consciousness, your unconscious stage of life, Sadguru conjoint and integrate your consciousness. Sadguru pour his love inside of you with many manners, with the teachings, with the seeings, with the touching, and with the gracefulness with you. So the Sadguru give you the coolness in this burning stage of the life. My dear friend, that's why the Sadguru make you stable, peaceful, tensionless, and then Sadguru, see you are now stable, tensionless, peaceful, then Sadguru put a seed of enlightenment inside. That the seed is the meditation of Sakshi. And that meditation of Sakshi, which is Sadguru putting in your internal stage of favorable consciousness heart, that seed germinate inside of you. This germination is the germination of the consciousness. This germination is the germination of your freedom. This germination is the germination of the love inside of you, divine. As this tree comes develop, and when this tree is fully grown, my dear friend, you become as it is, as you are Sadguru, you become the living existence on this world. And then you can spread your seeds in many disciples, and you can grow many trees like this. This world is like a barren land. This world is like a desert. There is a deficit of the love and deficit of brotherhood and deficit of mutual understandings and mutual merciful behavior. When this type of person will be grow in this world can become a very beautiful garden, and the flowers and fruits and cool air and the loving sound of the words that will become automatically. And my dear friend, if you are not doing the meditation and not respecting the teaching of this immortality and spiritual highest teaching, then your consciousness day to day will become unconscious, and you will be thrown in the death and birth cycle in different of 84 millions birth, cattle, insect, fishes, many. But if you respect this consciousness teaching, if you do this meditation of awareness with full attention, that you will be free forever this painful unconsciousness of Maya. So my dear friend, in this stanza, the Sanjay is telling the Krishna is standing between the two armies. And there is two armies inside of you. One army is opposing your consciousness, and second army is supporting your consciousness. So the supporters and oppositors both are in you, not outside. And this is a very great teaching. You must be stand between both of these. That is the Sakshi, because you can see the goodness and you can see the badness. You can make the instrument goodness and you can save yourself from the badness. This awareness, this consciousness, this understanding, representing this word, that the Krishna is standing between two armies. You have two army inside. My dear friend, the Sadguru is giving you the Sakshi meditation of awareness. That is the great saving tool and the great helping method the mesmerism and hypnotism and phantasm of the Maya. So my dear friend, and never be sad like Arjun, because the Sadguru is always with you, because Sadguru is omnipresence. This omnipresence Sadguru you can see only in your heart. As you can see your face in the mirror, you cannot see your face on the ball or stone. So the heart is the great mirror of the God. That's why we feel the love in the heart. We never feel the anger in the heart. Anger always feel in the mind, but love always feel in the heart. So the heart is very valuable, because heart is the gift of the Satchidananda Paramatma Sadguru. The Sadguru is your almighty existence, because existence has no shape, no size, no presentation, but Sadguru is like you like human, and he can talk you, he can give you the direct indications, and he can give you the love also when you are feeling the sadness in your life. My dear friend, the general person do not know the importance and greatness of Sadguru Satchidananda Paramatma, so he is unnecessarily sad and sorrowful in this life. The power of the Sadguru is the power of the God existence and Almighty. So, the God gives you love unconditional. God is giving you many things in free. Light, respiration, oxygen, food, and trees, and you, how can you grow the crops? You are growing the crops in the soil. Soil is free. Who is make the soil? Who is purchase the soil? That soil is the part of the earth, part of the nature. So, as the God is giving you many things free, only by the grace, without any differentiation, without any partiality, without any prejudiceness, the same thing is Sadguru. Sadguru gives his love, instructions, mercy, all persons, but some person can avail, some person can respect, some person can take the mercy, take this wisdom, take this teaching inside, and they person become enlightened, and they person become free from all illusion of the Maya, and they person only can get the total freedom of consciousness and awareness. So my dear friend, the Sadguru has beyond all the nature, all the gunas, three gunas. Sadguru is the giver. He not take anything. My dear friend, never be foolish that Sadguru is taking something from you. No. Guru always gives you. Guru always gives you. And that's why our institutions, the Art of Imbalance Life, and other our institutions, they are only giving, not taking. That is the foolishness. If anyone thinking that we are taking anything, no, we are not taking. We are only arranging the chair for you for sitting some hour, and that chair is not coming in the free. That chair is the rent coming from the rental. The place is coming from the rental. The food will purchase for you, and we are not taking, we are taking nothing. We are only arranging. Then you can peacefully sitting there and you can learn the meditation. So please wash out your all misunderstanding that we are doing any profit business. No, we are doing the service, not business. So Sadguru is doing the service. You cannot repay the Sadguru. Even a sentence of wisdom and intellectual teachings, because your all treasure, your all money and your all material, and they will be destroyed after your death. But the giver, giving the Sadguru, that teaching, that intellectuality of divinity cannot be destroyed even after the death. So Sadguru is giving immortal thing, and you are comparing the Sadguru with the mortal things. That is your foolishness of ego. But even you are living in ego, but Sadguru is not hating you. Sadguru is always loving you, even you are in ego. Even a child is bite the mother's breast, but mother do not kill the child. Mother bear the pain of biting of child, and mother put only the hand on his head and always graceful with the child. So you are all the child of Sadguru. Sadguru never angry with you and never beat you, never want to give any pain. Sadguru always want to give you the peacefulness, affection, internal wisdom and internal instrument for journey and teaching this precious meditation. My dear friend, why are you worried about the wealth of this world? That is your illusion, because the wealth of this world will not go with you after the death. Why are you worried about the poverty? You are really poor, even you have millions of the dollars, because you have no awareness, because you are sleepy like a dead. So the Sadguru want pick up you, pull up you from this mud of unconsciousness. Otherwise this mud will be enter your all body organs and your nasal pores and your eyes, and that this mud will give you the death. So Sadguru saving your death, because you are not dying only one time, you are dying in the millionth time in this cycle of death and birth of Maya. So my dear friend, Sadguru is giving you a great treasure, which is your right, which is your own treasure, and you are unconscious, so you do not know. But Sadguru is the caretaker of your treasure, which is the spiritual treasure of Atma Jnana, which is the spiritual treasure of awareness. My dear friend, this treasure cannot be destroyed. This is an immortal treasure of internal awareness and internal divine wisdom. My dear friend, the Maya, the illusion of the nature, the illusion of the dark ego, the illusion of the proud, the illusion of dreamy desires and running towards the sandy and very hot desert of the Maya. You are asking the drops of water, but you are avoiding the ocean of the nectar which is remaining inside you in the form of the existence, Atma Jnana, supreme enlightenment and awareness. My dear friend, because you do not know your inner treasure, so you are become the beggar. And you are begging. You are begging for every drop of pleasure by the eyes, by the nose, by the ear, by the skin and you think that this is sufficient for you. No, this is insufficient because it cannot be satisfy your thirst. So your life, like the mad person, you are mad in the sensory organ hungers. And wandering here and there in the desert as a mad person, wandering in the desert, you see that sand is shining like a water and he run towards that water and die. So my dear friend, uncountable and unbelievable sorrows in this life, and we want to pick up or pull out you from this type of sorrows. We want to take you in the safe shelter of the pleasantness and the peacefulness, and you are not interested. If you are not interested, then you pull out your hand from us and run away, that we cannot do anything. But those persons, they will give hand to me and I will catch hand of them. I will took out all of them from this type of sorrow, unbalance, dreamy condition, unconsciousness of ego and this Maya. So my dear friend, I again and again appeal to all the seeker of the world, please come and learn this meditation of awareness Sakshi. Because without this awareness meditation, you cannot be awake inside, and if you are not awake inside, that the dreams will give you uncountable pain, fears, and very, very uncomfortable condition. Because very smallest tension ride on your consciousness because you are unconscious. A very small worry push you in the depression. Because you are a blind person, you do not see that worry is hypothetical. So that's why the many disturbing elements, they disturb you all the life in the lust, in the anger, in the greed, in the phantasm, in the sorrow. And the wild dogs, they are snatching your life. They are the wild dogs. They are snatching your life. And nobody can save you in this forest. Only the Sadguru can save you from these type of wild dogs. Please, do not permit these wild dogs to eating your flesh and bones. Before they eat you, before they destroy you, before they cut you, before they break you, please come in the shelter of the Sadguru. So, if the Sadguru will meet you in this life, please respect the Sadguru and please love the Sadguru, and the Sadguru will save you as the Krishna saved the Arjuna. So the base of the Arjuna, and not the sorrow, the base of the Arjuna is the unconsciousness in the Maya, and Krishna want to aware Arjuna, so the Krishna is smiling. The smiling is the representation of the existence, because nobody can really smile in the world without awareness. If a person is smiling or laughing, we can know that he is a mad person, because he is laughing and death is standing behind of that person. I want to give an example. A snake is catch a frog, and the frog is completely in the mouth of the snake. Only the mouth of frog was outside, And just upon a time, a insect is flying near the mouth of frog, and frog put out his tongue and eating that snake. When a person see, the jnani see, the enlightened person see, he was laughing. Why? A snake is already grip of the death in the mouth of his, frog is already in the grip of the death in the mouth of a snake, and he is still eating the insect. He is not knowing that any time the snake will eat the frog. So that same thing is worldly persons. They cannot be laughed. If they laugh, they are fool, because they are in great danger of ignorance themselves, and they will be pulled and pushed in the death and birth cycle forever. My dear friend, the smiling of the Sadguru or enlightened person is the smiling of the bliss, is the smiling of the great aroma of the knowing God. The smiling is identification and the introduction of the coolness inside. The smiling of enlightened person is the ocean of the nectar. So, the internal existence Antaryami Paramatma is your real identity. The Paramatma is omnipresence. He is outside also and inside also. But you cannot see outside Paramatma, because everything you can feel inside. You are taking the breath inside. Oxygen is a lot of in this atmosphere, but that oxygen is not is not useful for you. That oxygen you are taking in your lungs, that is useful. The food is a lot of in this world, but which food you are taking in your stomach by the mouth, that is useful. So your everything is inside, but you are searching the God outside. That is a very joke, a very big joke, because you are everything is taking inside, and God is you are only taking outside. So my dear friend, everything which comes inside, that is only useful. So the God which is living inside of your heart, you can know that God, and when you can know that God, then after you can know the universal God. My dear friend, as a father call his son, come inside of home. So the God is your father which is living inside of you. He is calling you, come my son, why are you wandering outside? Come inside. So Sadguru is also tell the same thing. Come in the meditation. See inside. Be inside. Awake inside. And when you will be awake, and when you will be perform this internal journey of awareness, my dear friend, you will be feel that you are a complete person now. You are not complete in this time, but when you will be enlightened and awake, you will be complete person inside. My dear friend, the Sakshi is the gate of enlightenment. The meditation is the inner gate of enlightenment. The being is the most inner gate of enlightenment, and the real enlightenment is your knowing yourself. So my dear friend, I can help you in this extreme enlightenment, the supreme enlightenment. I am able to give you the lap of your father. You are wandering in the fiery places, you can burn anytime, but I can give you the prevention from the Maya. My dear friend, this is the very precious of this precious message of this stranger, and I want to tell you something if you want to save yourself from the Maya, from the illusion of the Maya, there only and only the key of this saving in the hand of the Sadguru. And if you do not want to save, don't worry, I know what you want. I know what you want. I know you want a very good physical health. This meditation will provide you a very good physical health. No gym, no workout, no exercise, no yoga can provide you this physical health, but this meditation will provide you the physical health. How? When you do this meditation, 4 or 5 months, in my instructions or my persons, my good disciples instructions, they are my teachers now. So my dear friend, if you do this meditation only 4 or 5 months, 70 minutes per day, that will be make a clean wash inside of you. A cleaning will be start from one day of this meditation. You will be clean inside. You will be sweep inside. All the tension, they will go away. All the worried, they will go away. All the dilemmas, they will go away. All unnecessary thoughts, they will go away. Then what will be happen? In 4 or 5 months, you will be become a tensionless person, a worriedless person, where there is no tension, where there is no worries. Sure and certainly there will be the peace, my dear friend. When the peace will come inside of you, there is no tension, no worry, and then your body, your mind, your heart feeling very light and very comfortable. In this condition of the comfortability, there is no burden in your brain. So your master gland, your pituitary gland will be secret. A very positive and very balanced, very nice secretion. All of you knows the pituitary gland is the master gland. When this pituitary gland will secrete a nectar in your body, that nectar will go in all your endocrine glands. My dear friend, the Nath Yoga says, the Gorakshnath says, the Matsyendranath says, the pituitary gland inside, that is the origin of the nectar. So the Khechri yoga, in the yoga we do the Khechri mudra. That pituitary gland will regularize your all endocrine glands. The endocrine glands, the ductless glands, they are the governors of your body. They giving the positive orders to your muscles and systems. So your all muscles and systems of the physical body will become very, very strong and very good immune power. How can the disease can come inside of you? I see many persons, they never die even by the snake bite or the mosquito bite. They have no fever, no malaria, because their immune power is very high. And I see a person, they are very big inside, they infected very soon, very fast. So your strongness inside, your immune power will be developed very, very nice. And what will be happen? If there is no tension, the tension created diseases will not come in your life. The diabetes, angina, heart attack, blood pressure, brain hemorrhage, headache, and many diseases. The sleeping disorder, the digestive system disorder, the urinary disorder, many diseases, they will not come in your life, because they are coming by the tension. Because of the tension is the root of many diseases. What a precious gift of this meditation. You cannot imagine. You will get a very precious benefit by this meditation. You will be save yourself from the cutting of the surgeon's knife. You will be save yourself the intolerable pains of the diseases. You will save yourself to taking day by day chemical drugs in the name of the diabetes medicine or blood pressure medicine or other medicine. You will be save your money in the pathology diagnosis centers, brain screening, other screening, body scanning, etc. You will be save the money of doctor's fees, operation fees, ICUs, pre-operation care, post-operation care, and bonding in the hospitals, transportation, many type of expenditure. They will not, you will do. You can save that money, and that money will make your family prosperous. The prosperity comes because you are earning the money by the hard work and hard labor all the life, and you are donating the money to the medical network of the doctors, compounders, pharmacists, and medical stores and diagnosis centers. Because a person is living in the tension, so the unnecessary person is snatching money from you. I want to save you by this meditation, this unnecessary expenditure. Don't think about enlightenment, but think about the good physical health that will be provided by this meditation. Second thing is that if you do this meditation, your awareness become very keen. Your observation will become very keen. You can see if the phobia is coming inside of you. You can see the phobia. Oh, that is a drama of phobia inside making by the mind. You will be laugh. You will never attach with the phobia because you are the watcher of the phobia. The same thing, the mania cannot affect you. Phobia cannot affect you. And if your brain is completely tensionless and worriedless and burdenless, how can you be caught in the schizophrenia? Because schizophrenia always comes in the tensionful brain and worriedful brain. Because the over exertion of the brain, over pressure on the brain, that is a cause of schizophrenia. My dear friend. The third thing is that when you do this meditation, you cannot be negative. So no negativity, there is no depression. No depression, no madness. No madness, no need to go to the psychiatrist or mental hospitals or any other type of mental asylums. So you can save the money as well. You are saving the money in the general hospitals. You are prevented to the mental diseases, and this is the double saving and double peaceful life. Third thing is that the third dimension of benefit of this meditation. When you do this meditation and anger is coming inside of your mind, and you are a good sakshi, you are a good watcher, and you are watching the anger, and anger like a storm coming and goes, and you are in the safe shelter in your home. The wind comes and goes, that will not affect on you. As the hot air blowing outside, we sit inside in the air conditioner, in air conditioned room. As so the anger comes and goes, and you will not affect because you know the safe shelter of meditation and seeing awareness. So the anger will not affect you, then you will not involve in any type crime. Cutting, murder, shooting, attempt to murder, abusing, fighting, you will not involve in these crimes. So you have no any danger of police, jail or judiciary. What a great benefit of this meditation. You will be save yourself from insulting in the police station or trial in the court and detention in the jail. You are only this meditation, you can save your anger and manage you can save from anger and manage yourself. Second thing, the lust is coming. You see, the lust is a big storm. When the lust is comes, the person not see right wrong. He insult the woman, he rape the woman, he kill the woman, he abuse the woman, he do the crime against woman. But if you are doing this meditation, you can see the lust as well, you see the anger. And you can detach yourself from the lust. And you will never abuse any woman. You will never attack on any woman's body. You will never insult any woman. So the woman is very safe in this meditation. Meditative persons. So as this meditation will spread in this world, the women will safe and women will be secure and they are out of danger. So no woman, woman against crime will become in this world. My dear friend, you do not know. The woman is our mothers. This body is came by the womb of my mother. The woman is the precious and holiest and divine pilgrimage of this world, the allied pilgrimage. If we will respect the women, if the women of the world will be feel safe, the world can be changed because they are our mothers, they are our sisters, they are our daughters, they are our female child, they are the goddess on the earth, they are the grace of the existence, Almighty God, which is given for you, for your care and reproduction and generation. My dear friend, I want to say that when the lust will go, then the love will remain. The lust will go, the love will remain, and love is the very, very sweetest fruit of the life. Because the love without lust is the great grace of the God. When this great grace of the God will be flow in the families will be changed into the heaven. Heaven-like families. Blossom flowers. Very nice, sweet, melodious garden will be. All our families, the families will transform it into the divine and spiritual garden of the God. There will be love, there will be mutual understanding, there will be care. So my dear friend, the family will change, the society will change. The society will change, the nation will change. The nation will change, this planet will change. So this meditation is the meditation of the transformation of the world. My dear friend, as I say, the lust, the same thing in the greed. A person will do this meditation, he will never caught in the greed, he will not involve in any type of economic crime. So morality will come in the families by this meditation. Love will come by in the families by this meditation. The brotherhood will come in the families by this meditation. And when this unit of society, which is the family, that will be repair and blossom and become a very nice, the societies will become very nice, the nations will become very nice. Then my dear friend, there is no chance of the world war and war. Because all the nations will be solved their disputed and the problems on the negotiation table, and they will not snatch each other, they will not push and pull each other, and they will exchange and love each other. They will say, oh, don't worry, no need of passport, come in my nation, we are one, we are loving. So this loving atmosphere, this peaceful atmosphere This divine wisdom atmosphere will be spread on in this world. My dear friend, you can't imagine. You can't imagine what a positive and divine change will bring by this meditation. My dear friend, there is no need of army infrastructure, big army infrastructure. Every nation is spending its total GDP's very big part in the army infrastructure, army instruments, bombs, missiles, atomic bombs, big fleets, torpedoes, submarines. My dear friend, this expenditure will become unnecessary. We will have only one big army, the peace-making army in this world. There will be representation of every country, because the demons, rascals, they never heard any good thing. They can hurt the language of the power. So the only one army, world peace army, that is a very, very least expenditure. So we will have a lot of money, and by this lot of money we can do very nice work. We can provide good food, good shelter, good education for the poor nations and societies. We can protect our planet by the danger of global warming. We can grow many forests. We can change the atmosphere of this world. We can repair the ozone layer. We can repair our ecosystem. We can save the species which is near to eradicate on this earth. We cannot reproduce mammoth, but we can save the elephant. My dear friend, many trees, they have losing their species. Many birds and animals, they have no habitat, they have no living place by the foolishness of the man. This foolishness will be go away by this meditation, and we will again beautify this earth, and that is the greatest benefit of this meditation, because the wisdom will be grow inside of humanity, and we will change this planet more beautiful than heaven. The God and goddesses, the divine souls, they want to take birth on this planet, and they will make this planet more and more beautiful. My dear friend, I am making appeal to you. Please help me in this mission. The name of this mission is the World Peace by Meditation, and my instrument is Meditation of Awareness. You are all my brothers and sisters. This meditation is beyond the religions. This is not in the limit of your religious narrow area. This is the vast religion. If you are Hindu, Muslim, Sikh, Isai, Parsi, Yahudi, and believer or not believer, you can do this meditation. This meditation is like the science invention, wristwatch, fountain pen, mobile phone, etc. This meditation is the great gift of God Almighty, and God is the Father of all humanity. God is never bonded with such type of any religion. So my dear friend, all of you is my brothers and sisters. All planet, all world is my family. I am not bounded with anything. I am the servant of every seeker of this world. So please help me in this mission. Please learn this meditation. Be the teacher of this meditation. Be the master of this meditation. And spread this meditation all over the world. So we are we are arranging for you the meditation camp, 24 July, New Delhi, Noida, 12, sector 12, there will be a one-day meditation camp. And in between, if you want to arrange any meditation camp, I am ready to come there and giving the teachings. Second camp is in the Puerto Rico, and third camp is also in the Puerto Rico. And fourth camp is the New York in the November. The Puerto Rico camp may be the 17 or 18 November, and that will be, the program will be announced on the Facebook, you can see. And the next camp in the New York, very near to the Times Square, very prime position of America. I am very grateful to United States America, because my first international camp is going to held in the Puerto Rico. International camp held in Delhi, but out of India I am taking. So the Puerto Rico is the great country for me. USA is the great country for me, because the USA is the first country that is taking this wisdom with open heart and with the love. And the last camp in the November, there will be held in the New Jersey. And after the November, if you will call me anywhere in this world, I will come and give you this teaching, precious teaching of awareness. I love you very much. We are the same love, same light, same existence. Only one request I am making. Please subscribe my channel on YouTube. The name of channel is Swami Satchidananda. Thank you very much. Love you very much.